Yes, people, welcome back to Let's Talk Premier League. Europa League draw is in no longer than 4 minutes' time. That's what it says on my telly anyway. I'm joined by Sauls and Stephen, both Arsenal fans. Boys, how are you doing? Obviously, just scraping through last night. You are in the draw of the last 16 of the Europa League. Excited or just hoping you don't get a hard time?
We
Well,
got the job done at the end of the day, and you got
Yeah.
to be happy. I know it's not a good performance. I'm not going to sit here and be like, "Oh yeah, we absolutely smashed them" or anything. But we've got to be happy for every little milestone we do hit. And in terms of the draw, to be honest with you, I'm a bit conflicted. I want an easy draw, but sometimes Arsenal stoop to the team's level, and if we have a poor draw, they tend to play poor. So it's a bit in my head all night. I've been going back and forth because when we play stronger teams, we tend to play a lot better. Like when we've seen against these sort of big six, other than like maybe City, Liverpool, you can say we have actually stepped up to the challenge this season. So I don't know. I think I do want to avoid the big teams, like the ones who are favoured to go to the finals, and maybe take teams like maybe a Villarreal would be okay, or like a Molde would be nice. But I don't want to get one of the big boys.
Yeah, that's fair. What about you, Stephen? Who are you looking to avoid in
well,
this?
for starters, I've calmed down. Let's put it that way. I do apologise if in the heat of the moment I've said anything, but I was absolutely fuming when that second goal went in. It's absolutely embarrassing. The fact, even the players that ran on that pitch, right, it's celebrating like they've won the damn thing. Right?
Who are you looking forward to getting? Obviously, the draw starts in 2
I'm not
minutes.
looking forward to anyone, to be honest. I really am not. The way we're playing at the minute is, I don't. You could put anyone in that front of us, and like you said, we could even stoop to that level, right? Or even then, just to scrape through anyway. There are teams clearly better than us, right?
Yeah.
By far. Even Villarreal, I still think Villarreal would. If we even got Villarreal, which is Emery, obviously, right? And we must be sitting there thinking, are they that bad? Why the hell did I get sacked? Honestly, it's like me when I can't drive at the minute. I've been told I'm banned from driving, and I see people drive that are 10 times worse than me, and I'm like, right, why am I banned?
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna bring up the teams obviously on the screen now. So you've got Ajax, likes of Dynamo, you've got Mold, AC Milan, Manchester United, Arsenal, Olympiakos, Rangers, Roma. I think that's Shakhtar. You've got Slavia Prague, who dumped out Leicester. You've got Spurs, Villarreal, and Young Boys. So in all of that, who would you really want to get in the next round of 16?
Young Boys, maybe.
Yeah. What about you, Sauls?
It's tough in it because Arsenal, like for me, in my opinion, anyway. I'm not going to say it's Arsenal fans' opinion, but we're such a strange team because as much as I know the season results haven't gone our way, but we're such a weird team in terms of we can turn it up when we want to. Like yesterday, for example, if that was any other season, we might have dropped our heads and actually got knocked out. So that's why I do give them credit. I'm not saying it was a good performance, so we should be over the moon, but I enjoyed it. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to be negative about it. Anyone would enjoy it because, I mean, no one gave us a chance after the second goal went in.
Yeah,
but I'd say Molde would be a good one just because I think we can easily beat them. You've got young boys like Stephen said, that'd be a good one to have. But then I think even if we've got, I know this is going to be controversial, I know it's going to backlash them, but even if we've got United, I mean, we don't tend to do bad against them.
Yeah. Might be different. The Europa League draw is starting. They're starting the opening credits.
What channel is it on?
It's
BT
on YouTube.
Sport 2.
But what we'll or BT Sport 2.
Got BT Sport.
What we'll do is we'll go from the pace I'm at, which is we'll go through. I'll read out the names and we'll get a bit of the reaction from the panel as well. They're just going through the opening draw. Obviously, a big draw. Mold is who Chris says Mold is easy. Obviously, Mold is the former team of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. So will Mold be picked out Manchester United. Will they get them? I don't know. We've also got Spurs in the Europa League draw. So who will Spurs get? Could we see a North London derby? That would be a big draw for the last 16 of the Europa League. But they're in the studio. They've got the balls ready. Big up Jay on Twitch. What are your thoughts from Ajax? He's got 10 goals in 11 games. I haven't seen him completely, but it would be.
Yeah. All I'm gonna say, don't say it.
Yeah. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not that stupid.
You're gonna have to read them out, mate, because I can't get on there. I haven't got BT.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Or what I'm gonna do anyway is just read out the name.
They are on YouTube as well, Stephen. If you wanna.
Oh, they're on YouTube, are they?
Yeah. BT tend to stream it onto YouTube too.
Yeah.
I'll check YouTube now then.
I mean, Jay, they're on Twitch trying to catch me out straight away. Not gonna happen, bro. Being catched out before, not happening. Do I look like I'm stupid?
I just thought I've never heard that name. I'm not reading it. If I'm not familiar with the name,
I got it.
I'll Google the name, see if that comes up with anything. But yeah, big up on. We're also on Twitch now, so make sure you go follow.
Do you think it was? Can I just ask Souls? Can I just quickly ask a question? Do you think it was Arteta who changed anything in that game, or do you think it's just the fact that some of the players stepped up?
I mean, you gotta give him credit. He did bring Willian on, and I know traditionally Willian doesn't do anything.
I just want to jump in. That is apparently a legit name. I haven't seen much of it.
It doesn't sound legit though.
Neither do I. It doesn't sound it.
Because I think would have been more dangerous than Martinelli. I mean, it's very.
He's tried catching me out, but they are about to start the draw.
So
obviously,
we'll say that later.
We did the Arsenal reaction yesterday. Obviously, we went in depth in there, so make sure you're checking out them videos as well. We did the United show and the Gooner show on Wednesday. Big shows there. Massive reaction on Martial from the United show, and a very in-depth chat, a very good chat about Arsenal and about the issues Arsenal have got and who's to blame. A lot of the blame going to the Conkeys and the board.
I know I'm going to sound dumb for saying this. Pedro's at AS Roma. I did not know that.
But yeah, obviously, I'll put up the teams that you could potentially get just quickly before they do the draw. You have got the likes of Ajax, Arsenal, Dynamo. You've got United. You've got Milan, Mold, Olympiakos, Rangers, Roma, Shakhtar, Slavia Prague, Spurs, Villarreal, and Young Boys. Obviously, Villarreal are currently managed by Arsenal's former manager, Unai Emery. Charlie saying, I would like some good games, please. So would I. That would be absolutely brilliant content if there can be.
Charlie, you're in the Champions League anyway. You don't need good games from us.
Well, for me, I would like to see some good games. Obviously,
look, he's 14 years. He's young, that guy, and he banters me. Right, he can banter us. That's the thing.
It looks like they're about to start the draw. Obviously, I'll jump in when they do. But who do we think can win the Europa League? Obviously, you're seeing all the teams in the last 16. Who do you think's got a realistic chance of lifting the Europa League trophy at the
Man United? Spurs. I mean, Mourinho's been known to do it, but I don't see where Spurs are over two legs doing it though. Maybe one game, but not. Definitely, Man United. I feel are favourites. Ajax is still a good team. Roma,
but they do have a few players out for drugs, so I don't know how much that's weakened them.
Yeah, can you put the teams up again, like the bad,
yeah.
So yeah, Man United, Ajax, even AC Milan or
got a chance. Definitely got a chance.
People might say I'm mad, but Rangers, they've conceded 9 goals in 30 games.
It's a shout. It's definitely a shout. They're just talking through.
And you can't discount him as much as like everyone goes on about how crap Emery's at Arsenal. Actually,
no,
hang on, you can't
Emery's
discount Emery.
Manager.
When it comes to the tournament, Emery knows his. He knows his
tournament. He's very good.
He's doing very well with Villarreal.
Sonny, obviously a Liverpool addiction. Stevie's Rangers to win it. Look, Rangers have a great opportunity to win the Europa League. I think probably this year is their best chance because you're looking at the teams. United are a bit. They can be got at. Obviously, Arsenal definitely can be got at. Spurs aren't doing too great either, so it'll be definitely very interesting. As I said, they're just talking through the regulations.
I just felt from last. The only thing I feel from last night is that I think we would have been more dangerous with Martinelli, and we would have created more chances. And
yeah, but at the end of the day,
but I feel like but I will say is that I think did come to Arteta that the fact is, he was lucky that he's got the likes of Aubameyang and Tierney and Saka, definitely. Those three players.
Oh, but you know, when you say he got lucky, the fan base didn't want him to play, so you can't say he got lucky because he made the big call in playing Aubameyang after the first leg. So I am going to disagree on because people were saying
I'll give you that. I was questioning that, but my biggest question was Bellerin and Smith Rowe on the left. When Martinelli's perfectly fit on the bench, that's what I don't get. What I don't get with Martinelli, he's perfectly fit.
As I said, we did the Arsenal match reaction yesterday. That's been and done. Yeah. No, I get it. It's frustrating, obviously. The issues that Arsenal are going through. We did do the match reaction yesterday. We're looking forward now. Look, not all games, not all performances are going to be great. I know Arsenal have had their issues this season. But let's look forward. Let's look to the next round of the Europa League, the round of 16. A couple of comments here. Sonny saying, only joking. Rangers won't win as they're as good as they are when they play a team like Arsenal or United. They are nowhere near.
Yeah, I was about to ask that. Like, what went wrong? Because looking at that Rangers game, they were just leaking goals, and obviously they scored a lot, but they were just leaking them.
So could United, but they're about to draw the balls out now. They've got the person out. So what we'll do is
stop talking. Get on with it, man.
I know.
I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to these bloody idiots, man.
I can only go.
Some people got other stuff to do all day.
I can only go as quickly as UEFA conducting.
Yeah, I know. Fucking UEFA.
But it's Hakan Yakin who will be drawing out the balls.
Hey, at least they can get their VAR decisions right.
I'm presuming they've got a big name there. I've never heard of him in my life. That could be disrespectful to someone.
I think
they do this all the time. The frauds. Charlie, obviously, Man City don't like UEFA. There's a bit of shall we say, no love lost there. But they will.
No, do you know why that is? It's because you broke the rules twice.
Peter Potato.
They have, didn't they? They broke fair play rules twice.
But we're not here to discuss. We're not here to discuss.
It's very hard to say that when you broke the rules twice, and technically you should have been banned.
Yeah, but we're not here to talk about financial fair play. Fucking hell, no way.
Chelsea got a transfer ban, so why didn't they get it?
We're here to talk about the Europa League.
Sorry.
It's all going to be called out soon. What we'll do is I'll go through every team that's drawn out, and then you'll get the live reaction from the two Arsenal fans, obviously Sauls and Stephen, and make sure you get your comments in as well as you hear the draw, because they're about to do it. If they stop talking, then we might actually get some time.
Yeah,
I am crapping it. I'm not gonna lie.
This is why we have to go off on tangents and speak about other crap because they're taking ages. Get on with it, man.
It's okay. I'll drag you back down to the Europa League last 16 draw. Not a problem there.
I don't want to be dragged down any further. I've been dragged down enough.
Charlie saying, I mean, we didn't because we weren't banned. Look, we're not going to get into that discussion.
Yes, you did. You even openly admitted it.
If I ever do decide to do a stream on financial fair play,
I was an accountant and I saw the dodgy dealings you're doing.
It's okay. If I ever do a stream on if I ever do a stream on financial fair play, I'll bear that in mind.
Yes.
The chances of me doing a stream on financial fair play are very slim. Let's be honest. UEFA's corrupt as it is, but we're not here to talk about corruption. We're here to talk about.
Shut up and get on with this now.
That's what
I'm. Why are you still talking?
That's about as slow as Arsenal's possession.
I mean,
are we getting there now? Now,
I mean, one of
Oh,
them.
no, they're switching it. Oh, my God. What do you want to do? Kiss the trophy first. Fucking do it, we are.
It looks like we're all on par. This Charlie saying, this talking is as useful as chocolate fire guard. Get on with it. Totally agree,
that's
mate.
my line.
Totally
That's
agree.
my line. That's my
Totally
line.
agree.
Get out of it.
Totally agree. They hopefully will be joining. They're going to go through what teams are in the Europa League anyway, and I think we're here for the British sides. Obviously, we will discuss Rangers a little bit as well.
Leicester is a surprise package at getting knocked out.
Yep, they were knocked out by Slavia Prague. Who will Slavia Prague get in the next round? Obviously, we are going to be covering United, Spurs, Arsenal, and Rangers. So it will be interesting to see who draws out. And you'll get live reaction. And if anyone talks over me, I will talk louder. It's there's no problem there. I used to be a referee. I used to be a referee, so it won't be a problem. But they're just saying whoever can be paired with. Well, you can be paired with anyone.
Do you know if you want to see the United Sociedad highlights, just watch this draw.
Yeah, that is as good as the United Sociedad second leg highlights anyway.
Yeah, by the way, there's no limitations. Anyone can throw anyone now.
I was just about to get into this. There's no limitations, so United could get Arsenal. United could get Spurs. Spurs could get Arsenal.
It gets to that stage of competition where you get multiple teams in different leagues.
Yeah, exactly. There's no seeding.
Finally,
it is, and they're about to pull out the first ball.
Brilliant.
We'll see who the first team is. Obviously, hoping for some big ties so we can get some great content and great matches.
When you say the team, I react. I think I'm a little bit.
First team out is Ajax. Ajax is the first team out. So the first leg, I would say the first leg is going to be at Ajax, but we don't simply know where these games are going to be played. But the home team
could be playing in Rio de Janeiro for all I know.
Exactly, the first team that
doesn't make a difference to me.
Well, no, it does make a difference. No. Who have Ajax got? They have gone and picked out young boys. So it's Ajax. The first tie picked out is Ajax versus Young Boys. So Young Boys are gone.
That's one good team gone, like where we can actually get through. So
exactly. So Ajax will be at home in the first leg of that game, but
we're getting Villarreal, aren't we?
That would be quite funny. Seeing all
Spurs.
It's just written in the stars, man.
Dynamo Kiev are the next team out, so they'll be at home in the first leg. So
I wouldn't mind them, to be honest. Like, I think that'd be an all right game for us.
Definitely. They're just picking out a second one. So Dynamo Kiev.
This guy is clumsy, isn't it?
Yeah, he's not the greatest.
I can't say anything but I want to say something, but I can't.
And they've
Villarreal.
Good evening. Yeah, they got good evening. So we're not getting good evening.
It is going to be Dynamo Kiev.
Oh, we're getting Spurs or United, aren't we? It's just written.
Oh, fuck off, no.
We
get Man United with what?
The first second game out was Dynamo Kiev, Villarreal. Dynamo Kiev being home team for that one. We won't be covering that one, I can assure you. Just like we won't be covering the Ajax versus Young Boys tie either, because
don't give
the
us this one.
next team out is
Roma.
Don't give us this one. This is going to be tough, man.
Not Roma.
Italian.
This hacking guy actually drops the paper every single time.
I know, mate. The home team of the third game.
It's because they're doing these stupid little balls, and I'm like, why don't you just put a number Roma, like the FA Cup?
And it is
like the FA Cup.
We've avoided one massive name.
Roma have picked out Shakhtar Donetsk.
Oh,
as I said,
I hate this. This is why I don't do this, man.
I can talk. As I said, I can talk louder. So when I'm reading out the second name, I will just shout it if I have to. I used to be a referee, so I'm more than used to doing this. So the fourth game and the home team of that tie is going to be Olympiakos.
Arsenal. It's fucking Arsenal. It's fucking Arsenal. I know it.
Olympiakos, the team that knocked out Arsenal in, was it last season's Europa League of round of 32? It's Olympiakos is the next ball out, and who will be joining them? Will there be a repeat of the last round of 32 Will they get Arsenal? We are about to
my.
find out.
Oh,
And it is Arsenal
Oh,
FC.
fucking hell!
Olympiakos have pulled out Arsenal
no!
Football Club.
Oh no, man! Oh
A
no,
repeat.
no!
I'm looking forward to this one.
Oh no, I'm not. It's history repeating itself. It's history repeating itself.
Exactly, history. The round of 32 draw from last season, where Olympiakos were the team to win that game. Charlie's saying, no way. It's
Spurs, Man United.
Arsenal,
Spurs, Man United.
Genk Dynamo, the Croatian Dynamo, the next team. So they'll be drawn at home. Obviously, remember, Spurs, Rangers, United, and Mold yet to be picked out.
Spurs, Man United. I can see it.
You know, United are going to get Mold.
I was just about to say, I think it's going to be Mold for United. It will be interesting. But who have they picked out? They've got Tottenham Hotspur.
Oh, you
Tottenham Hotspur will get the the Croatian Dynamo. I don't know their first name.
They're so lucky, man.
Dynamo.
And you know, United are going to get Mold, isn't it? Like they're going to get.
I was just about to say that would be the match. So United have avoided Spurs and Arsenal. Obviously, Arsenal getting Olympiakos, Spurs getting Dynamo Zagreb. The next one out is Manchester United. So they will be at Old Trafford for the first leg, depending, obviously.
Rangers.
The Arsenal fans here are ecstatic with their draw.
Now you might get a reaction if it is Mold. I'm not going to lie.
I'm not ecstatic. I'm panicking.
They've picked out obviously Olympiakos. That we're about to find out who Manchester United are going to get. AC Milan.
No!
Manchester United picked out AC Milan. But don't forget, this is an AC Milan that has Diego Dalot on loan for Manchester United. So Diego Dalot will be unavailable for the Europa League.
Oh, United are going to be pissed. They paid the UEFA and now they didn't pay back.
So United have picked out AC Milan in the Europa League. Arsenal can't talk. They've got Olympiakos. Slavia Prague, the team that knocked out Leicester. The team that knocked out Leicester is the next one out. Obviously, a big game between United and AC Milan. That is going to be a fantastic leg of two results. But United, in theory, should be a bit better than AC Milan. So it will be interesting. And they've picked out Rangers. Rangers have picked, Rangers are obviously away in the first leg. And who did they get? It was Slavia Prague. Slavia Prague and Rangers is that one. So who's left? So no,
Molde.
So it's Mold and
Granada in there.
There's only two. It's FC Augsburg, I think. Granada are going to be at home for the first leg. Well, as I said, when I say at home, I mean, you know, especially if the neutral stadiums, and it should be Molde in this last ball if UEFA have done this correctly.
Because I was going to say, if we got a Premier League,
we're about to find out, and it is Mold. So
yeah, because if we got a Premier League side, go to, like, if we've got Arsenal, Man United, for example, can we just go to Old Trafford and Emirates?
Yeah, you could, easily.
Yeah,
because you're from the same country. So right, we have the Europa League draw. Some big games in that. Big games. You saw the reaction when Arsenal picked out Olympiakos, but the games are Ajax and Young Boys. Dynamo Kiev versus Villarreal. Roma will play Shakhtar Donetsk. Olympiakos have picked out Arsenal. Dynamo Zagreb have picked out Tottenham Hotspur. Manchester United have got AC Milan. And then there was a couple. Charlie saying, no, you can play against your parent club in UEFA comps, not if it wasn't agreed in the loan deal before. So that would, and United would,
also United can actually overturn and agree to let him play. So it's all up to
Yeah.
United, really, if they want
Yeah.
him to play or not.
So that will be down to Ollie and his team at United. If they feel that AC Milan are weakened by playing Diego Dalot, they will obviously accept. If they feel that he's going to be a danger, they will obviously say no. But boys, your game. Let's focus straight away on the first British side to come out the draw, and that was yours. It was Olympiakos. The round of 32, they knocked you out last season. What's your reaction to that one?
You go, Sills. You go.
It's Arsenal versus the Heartbreak Kids, isn't it? Because they done it again. They knocked out PSV in the final minutes. But can I just say one thing? Revenge is a best served cold, and that's what we might be doing. I think these players, if they don't turn up for this one, they've got no right to put an Arsenal top on again, because this is revenge. This is where they can absolutely turn everything around with the fans as well. And I don't think as good as people think Olympiakos are, we should be beating teams like Olympiakos. If we want to get into if we can't beat Olympiakos, what is the fucking point of winning the Europa League and getting into Champions League? Because no disrespect to them, they're not one of the stronger sides. If you're going to come into a group stage, this is going to be one of the weaker sides in your group. So this is going to be the statement piece if we're ready, and I don't think we are, but we definitely are good enough to beat them. And I hope Arteta gets his act together, and I hope that we can now start to get these players back to the fitness that we need them to be. Like Partey, get him absolutely ready, get him conditioned. Tierney, get him ready, because it's not a tough draw. This is a game where it can go either way. I'm not saying Olympiakos are totally out of it and that Arsenal will definitely win, but if we're prepared and if we're ready and we've got our 11 that we want to put out, we can 100% turn a team like Olympiakos over.
And Stephen, reaction to Olympiakos versus?
Oh, it's just history repeating itself, isn't it?
It is.
It's going to be history repeating itself, man. Like I said, like he said, they better make sure they turn up. But then again, they should have turned up last night. And if it weren't for Tierney and Saka, right, we wouldn't have been turning up. So we would be in this draw at a minute. So yeah, it's like I said, it doesn't matter who we bloody draw, who we draw, right?
Yeah,
we are not. I just don't feel,
Yeah. Obviously, the other
confident.
game, we're not going to be here for long. So, obviously, I know I've seen Charlie's comment. I would get you on, but we're not going to be here for long. I've got a busy day today. This is my second stream. I've got another 3 or 4 streams to do today, so it's a busy day for me. So we're going to be wrapping it up quite soon. But the next one I want to talk about is Dynamo Zagreb and Tottenham Hotspur. Tottenham getting a fairly easy draw there. Reactions to that one?
Yeah, I mean, what else did you expect? I mean, only one of the two out of United and Spurs were just destined to get something easy. And this time, I mean, Spurs have been getting lucky because they had Wolfsburg in the last round, and now they got Zagreb. They're through. I don't think that's a game you really need to cover unless something shocking happens in it, because it's just expected Spurs to go through.
I won't be covering that one. Don't worry about that. Stephen, what's your thoughts on Dynamo Zagreb and Tottenham Hotspur?
It's always Tottenham always seem to get a good draw, don't they?
They do.
Yeah, I do. If Mourinho can't get through that, they can't win anything. Let's be honest.
This is true.
He should be getting that easy.
Comment here from Chris: Groundhog Day or revenge for Arsenal? Big game. Will the memories of last season come back to haunt Arsenal again this season? And Chris saying, about time United got tough draw. They always seem to get a tough draw, in my opinion. They've picked out City in the semi-finals quite a few times.
But then, to be fair, they should have the quality.
They should. And Milan,
Champions League at the minute.
Milan are struggling this season as well, so let's not get that twisted. But the one we're going to react to next is Manchester United versus AC Milan. Obviously, Ibrahimovic playing for AC Milan. He's going to be coming up against Harry Maguire and either Victor Lindelof or Eric Bailly, so it could be Groundhog Day for him. Sauls, what's your reaction to United versus Milan? Big game, that is. Big game.
I'm just happy one of the potential finalists is getting out of it. So moving forward, because I think if United go through, I'm a bit more confident we can beat United because we have shown the quality against them. We seem to be one of their Achilles heels in terms of we can put a solid performance in against them. And I know Stephen's the opposite, but I genuinely do believe when it comes to United and Arsenal, that sort of traditional fighting game and the scrappiness, and you're not going to see like an out-and-out domination from one team. So one of them's out.
First. It's got to get past Olympiakos first. But no,
I do believe like it's down to them showing the passion they showed, and they need to do it.
I do see your point, though. Obviously, Milan or United, one of them, where that was a potential final draw, really. Let's be honest. United, Milan, that could have easily been a Europa League final. That could have been. But Stephen, what's your thoughts on United picking out AC Milan? Stephen.
Sorry, go on.
What's your thoughts on United versus AC Milan?
Well, Man United, if they want to, I expect them to be winning this because I expect them to be challenging for this trophy. They look one of the favourites for this trophy. They should be in the Champions League, and So I do feel they should get through.
Yeah, Ibrahimovic versus Harry Maguire. That is one that I want to see. The fridge freezer's about to get quite a shock when he comes up against Ibrahimovic. Don't get it twisted. They do come up against top sides, and United do have this thing where they do set out to counter-attack. That could be a benefit to United. Let AC Milan dominate the possession and hit them on the break. Should be an interesting one. The last one we're going to cover is obviously Slavia Prague versus Rangers. Now, Slavia Prague obviously knocked out Leicester last night. Probably shouldn't have been knocking them out. Do we think Rangers can get through that one?
Yeah. I don't see them struggling, to be honest. I mean, their record, I think there's 30 goals in 9 games or something. But 9 goals in conceding in 30 games. Yeah. So, they're a very good side at the minute. And they're running away with the Scottish Premier League. And let's be honest, Celtic got on mugs in the Scottish League. So, I do expect them to get through that one, honestly.
Yeah. So last questions I've got is who's gonna come through these ties? So someone's playing loud TV or something.
Sorry.
That's all right, mate. So the first one I want to talk about, who's gonna win? There's someone posting the StreamYard link. Bit rude. But right, so the first one I want to talk about is Olympiakos versus versus Arsenal. Who's gonna get through that one?
Is it
Olympiakos Arsenal?
I'm gonna back the boys, mate. I can't not do it, and I genuinely do believe if the players, if the manager wants to get the fans on their side. I mean, the fans that aren't already on their side, should I say? Because I mean, you know my thoughts. I'm not going to get into it because otherwise it would have an hour long. But if they want the fans back on their side and actually root for them and back them and support them, they need to show passion and fight in this. And they need to get through this one. Because it's not like we got an AC Milan where we're like, oh yeah, if they don't go through, okay, fair enough, they are a good side or something. But Olympiakos, we should be beating.
Yeah, the one thing I want to say is I want to say.
Read out this comment is Chris saying Arsenal should have beaten them last season but didn't. Stephen, obviously Arsenal should have beaten Olympiakos last season and were sort of dumped out in the round of 32. Is this Arsenal side stronger than last year? And do you think that a repeat could happen and we could see an Arsenal leaving the competition at the round of 16?
Yeah, I can see it, but because we are on and off like a tap, right? We're on and off like a light switch. You saw throughout that game last night how we could be off the first minute and then on the next. Right? That's why I was not giving Arteta so much praise, because and I was, it's you just don't know if we can turn up or not. 1 minute he turns up and Arteta, we're playing really good attacking football from the start, like against Wolves, son. And now for that game, and I said even for that stream afterwards for that Wolves game, I said you can't blame Arteta. You can't blame Arteta for that, right? Because that's just other external factors. But the game afterwards, we were shit, literally afterwards, and that's when I've gone in on Arteta and said you can't. This is what the thing is, and the last night is that if people want to celebrate that as a masterclass, or whatever you want to call it, right? Fine, you do that. It's your opinion. But if we lose to Leicester on Sunday, for example, right? I want you to have the same energy when you want to then criticize Arteta, because it's all right backing him and saying it's all Arteta's idea that we won that game last night. But then when we lose a game, it's never Arteta's fault. It's always the players.
Totally agree.
You've got to have the same heat.
Yeah.
Then I would respect your opinion a little bit more, and I'd value your opinion.
Definitely agree on that one. One word answer to this one quickly. Tottenham through, yes or no? Souls?
100%, yeah.
Stephen?
I'll be shocked if they don't go out. They go out,
it would be a shocker, especially as Jose Mourinho.
It'd be typical Spurs.
Well, yeah, but it wouldn't be typical Mourinho. That's as much as I know. Typical Mourinho does not go out to Dynamo Zagreb. The other United, AC Milan. Who do we think is going to go through? Now, for me personally, I think United can get through. They have to play at the top of their game, though. There won't be any more. There won't be this. We're going to play Amad Diallo on the right to get him some game time and please the fans. There'll be absolutely none of that. Ollie will go in for the strongest team. I would expect to see Henderson still in goal, though, because Ollie, that is his cup keeper. They played Man City with Henderson in goal. I'd expect the back to be Wan-Bissaka, Lindelof, Maguire, Shaw, Matic, Fred, McTominay, Fred, Greenwood, Bruno, Rashford, probably Cavani.
Sorry, I'm sorry. I know this is a bit off tangent, but I just got to share this. Right. I just messaged Turkish and Rants while they were live, and they said they would happily move something around so they can come on to the fundraising stream on the 5th of March. So big up to Turkish and Rants, big up to them. And big up everyone that's going to come on and contribute.
Definitely. But back to
sorry, I had to get that off my chest. It was really buzzing.
Right, not a problem. Souls, United Milan, obviously. United are a good side. They're currently sitting second in the Premier League. Obviously, Milan are struggling a little bit. Obviously in Serie A. Who do you expect to go through that game?
I mean, United are the Champions League team, so you'd expect them to go through, and I think they do have enough quality to beat an AC Milan. They've shown it this season as well, and I think obviously Bailly's looking to be coming back, and I think obviously if they can kind of monitor him better or manage him better, and he doesn't pick up an injury, then you're probably going to be seeing Bailly. I don't know for who. I don't know what the partnership will be, because I've not seen enough of. It probably will be. Yeah.
It'll be Maguire Bailly, won't it? Because Maguire's club captain. You're not exactly in a big game in Europe going to go, we're going to bench our club captain. The statement that would send. But yes, Sauls, obviously, as you were saying, United top side, they're the Champions League side.
I mean, even in the league, they're going to go and get a Champions League place. I doubt they'll bottle it that hard that they'll drop out of the top 4. Yeah. So you'd expect them, because they're not meant to be in this competition.
I'll tell you what, if they did, I don't care where we finished, I'll be bantering them.
Oh, yeah, I think you have to, because at one point they were going to win the title.
It's a fair comment, Stephen. Obviously, that's probably, looking at all the ties, that's the tie that sort of pings out straight away. It's going to be covered. We're going to cover, obviously, Arsenal and United. Hopefully they do them at different times, because if not, it's going to be a bit of a mismatch on a stream with a load of rivals just put into one. But Stephen, obviously, United Milan, a big game. As I said earlier, it could have easily been a final of the Europa League final. That could have been. It's got some big names. It's got Bruno Fernandes. It's got Zlatan Ibrahimovic. But who do you think is going to walk out the winners of that round of 16 game?
If Man United play the way they did against Sociedad in the first leg, then AC Milan will struggle. If they don't turn up, then AC Milan could cause an upset. But as like I said, is that we all go about AC Milan, and AC Milan never get me. Like, they are a great side. They used to be a great side. They had Kaká, Seedorf, Maldini, all these greats. They're not the same AC Milan that they were when they were ruling Serie A. We all know now that it's Juventus that rule Serie A, and AC Milan are just like sort of like Arsenal. They were like in Arsenal in a sense, where they've dropped to top 4, but Arsenal now have fallen even below that.
I mean, obviously, Serie A currently stands Inter Milan atop with 53 points. AC Milan are second on 49 points. Juventus are behind them on 45 points with the game in hand. They've got to play their game in hand over Napoli, though, it looks like. And then you've got Rome obviously finishing out the top 4. So getting Milan or Roma there, they're not going to be easy ties, but the Premier League is theoretically better than Serie A. So do you think that second place in the Premier League should be beating second place in Serie A? Or do we think that Milan should be favourites? Who should be favourites for this game?
I think it's even, because the thing with European football now outside of England, it's played differently. And Premier League teams do sometimes struggle against that. So yeah, it's tough. I don't think it's league position versus league position is necessarily the way to think about it. But I do think Milan aren't the team they used to be, and United are finding their way back. And I think Milan are like a few years away from probably challenging again and being the team that we once seen. So it's tough, because they're both kind of favourites to win it. So they're evenly favourites in this one. And I think obviously it's going to be a tough game, or one will just absolutely blow one out the water. Yeah. But I think it'll be a lot tighter. But I just think because United should be in the Champions League and not in the Europa League, whereas in Milan, I think at the moment anyway, for the next sort of couple of seasons, there probably will be a Europa League level team. Yeah. And for that reason, I'm going to give the edge to United.
Obviously, Zlatan. We've got to talk about Zlatan. He's been at Old Trafford. He's played at Old Trafford. Obviously, he wasn't there for the Oli era. He was there predominantly for the Jose era. He's going to be a threat to that defense of United, because we all know, as much as that United defense is weak on in the middle, I think the flanks, the right back and the left back, they're world class in my opinion. Maybe Wan-Bissaka less so. They're still very competent and very good at their jobs. Apart from the middle part, as I always keep saying, it's like a brick wall with a great big hole in the middle. That is United's defence. Zlatan, he's going to be a bit of a problem for United, isn't he?
He's a problem for anyone in Europe, to be honest with you, because he's one of those players who has so much in his game in terms of scoring goals. I mean, against England when they played Sweden, the bicycle kick, the sort of scorpion kicks he can score. he's one of those players. Give him even an odd ball, and he can turn it into the back of the net at any given moment. And the other thing is, Maguire and like Lindelof and Bailly, they might be physical, but guess what? Like Zlatan's probably one of the most physical and one of the most nasty, B words out there.
And that's the thing. I wanted to touch on that, and it's a great point you raised there. Maguire and Lindelof don't like physical strikers. Maguire more so. He likes a little bit of physicality. Lindelof doesn't want a physical. Look at West Brom as a prime example. Lindelof doesn't want a physical striker. So is Ollie going to have to sit Lindelof out and put Bailly, obviously the one who's really up for a fight, will get that physicality, probably end up kneeing you in the head or something.
And him and Bailly had a good relationship in terms of they had this like play fight, like so it'd be good, but I don't, because like I said to everyone as well, it's one of those where I don't know how fit. It's like at Arsenal with Partey and Tierney. Like we don't know at any given time they could be out again. So it's about how they manage him to the Europa League.
Would you potentially rest by quite a lot before this AC Milan game? Because let's be fair, obviously Ollie's probably going to go with Lindelof and Maguire for Chelsea. Probably the same combination against City. Maybe Bailly might play Crystal Palace because of the physicality of Benteke. But for this AC Milan game, would you save, because United shouldn't be dropping out of top four anyway, so would you save Bailly and play him as little as you can?
No, because there's match fitness to be concerned about as well, and match rustiness. And then when you're coming across as good or as bad as AC Milan can be, you still need to have that game fitness, because they're always being fit, but then there's being game fit. And people who've even played a little bit of football will know, like, you can be fully fit and ready to go, but then the minute you start playing games, it's just so different.
What about one game a week? So obviously, because the way it is for these sides in Europe
that's what I mean. You would need to feature, even if it's a half an hour, or even if it's off the bench for like a 20-minute, like just to keep him in a rhythm, should I say.
Shouldn't harm him too much, should it? And quickly before we end the stream, let's look at the other side of United. Bruno, Rashford, Greenwood, Cavani. That is how I would expect the front line of United to look against Milan. I wouldn't expect to see Martial. I don't think he's got the movement of Cavani. I think Greenwood has done enough to be selected on the right. That's going to cause Milan a lot of issues. That front four is deadly when they want to be, especially Rashford and Bruno.
His goals galore, isn't it? I mean, even with Bruno, like I don't rate his overall game, but the one thing he does have is a goal in him at any given moment, and you have to give him credit for it, because even the game against West Brom, like what a goal that was! That came out of nothing, not even a good ball.
He can be having the worst game of his life, and there's still a goal in that lad. Exactly. It's scary, though, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%. And I think what AC Milan need to do is look at United's failures and look at how teams have been able to tame Bruno Fernandes, which is with a low block or not a high line. If you play a high line, you're done. You're absolutely done. They're gonna have a field day.
I wouldn't say that's taming Bruno. I think a low block tames Rashford, Greenwood, Martial.
I'll rephrase it to the abilities that Bruno can bring to that team are then nullified, so you don't have to focus on him so much, because he likes to play those over-the-top balls, which is really effective at. But the minute you have to tell him to play an intricate pass that, needs a little bit of more thinking behind it, that's where I'm not going to say he struggles, but that's the one area of his game he still needs to learn, I think.
Totally agree, and even with a low block, that boy will still try and score a goal. And and then you've got the likes of Cavani, who are low block. You play a high line, you play a low line. You're not taming Cavani. The best you can hope for is that you just don't get a sort of clinical Cavani that day, like we saw with Arsenal, where he missed quite a few sitters. And then obviously quickly, Rangers, Slavia Prague. I'm going to go with Rangers for me personally. I think Rangers are a good team under Stevie G. The SPL is pretty much finished for Rangers. They should be winning that quite comfortably, to be fair. So they can now put a bit more time, a bit more thought into the Europa League, maybe try and get to the quarters and the semis. Obviously, Sauls, what's your thoughts on Rangers?
I'm not gonna lie, I've not seen a lot of them. I've seen highlights of their games, but they look solid. I mean, obviously, you're not as much as we banter leagues. I mean, to be on top of it, you do have to have something about you. It's not like it's a walk in the park for anyone. You still have to be consistent and turn up, and that motivation's got to be there. And especially in a weaker league, it's even more important because your mentality going into the game. Oh yeah, we should beat them. We should be winning this, and you can sometimes lose that mental edge because you're like, oh yeah, and go into games a bit too confident. So that's what you do have to credit these smaller teams because their mental strength will be there. So and I think with Prague as well, like they've shown it as well, where they're meant because it's Leicester City. Let's not forget they're no bums this season, and I know they've got this sort of bottling mentality. They're becoming bottlers because they've done it in the top 4 last season. But the thing is, to beat a Leicester side, it's impressive, especially for Salavi because no one gave him any sort of hope. So I think it'll be a good game. But I would expect Rangers, especially with the free-flowing attacking football, they're playing barely conceding. I mean, they did concede a lot against Antwerp, but it's here nor there. They went and just absolutely bombed them anyway. So
Morelos is going to be a big part of that. Last couple of comments before we finish here. Chris saying Arsenal should get through versus Olympiakos. If Man U turn up like they can, they go through. If they don't, Milan
I would be so sure on that though.
Rangers should fancy their chances, but no mugs. And then he's also put, I think Villarreal will win the Europa League. Emery seems to have a good record winning this competition with Spanish teams, which is a valid and fair point. But we've been going for 50
He has
minutes.
a good record with Sevilla, let's not forget, because he couldn't do it with Valencia. So, but
it will definitely be interesting. A couple of big games, obviously. Arsenal have picked out their failures from last season of Olympiakos. That will be a fascinating game.
Yeah.
Can Arteta get through that one again? Because
I just say I'm so glad my uni assignments are done today, so I'm going to be doing a lot of build-ups for that one.
Yes, we will have build up to that game. We'll have what we'll probably do.
My channel as well.
What we'll probably do is build up United.
Do you know when he's
Arsenal
playing
together?
2 or 3 weeks, I believe. They didn't put the date up.
Oh, hang on, I've got it. Thursday the 11th.
All right, so in 2 weeks.
So it's not this. It's not this week coming. Next week.
So tougher things, but yeah, what we'll do on this channel. Can't say what the others will do on this channel. We'll build up United and Arsenal the day before. And we'll get Sauls, hopefully. We'll get some United boys on. Hopefully, maybe Stephen will also turn up. Lots of banter.
And to add to that, mate, when United and Arsenal fans get together, it's banter galore, mate.
Yeah, I'm gonna have. let's put it this way. Luckily, I'm a fairly good host, and I should have the ability to tame this lot. But I'm not promising that. It is going to be very difficult. But before we go,
to be fair though, like we can't really banter Man United at a minute.
We don't care, mate.
No, the thing is, any club can banter any club. It's about what.
Because last Thursday, right, I went to the hospital and the nurse looking after was a Man U fan, right. Now, usually me and him, like when we beat Man United 1-0, like we were bantering him because they were lower, like 15th, and we were actually doing quite well at that point.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, and I was bigging it up. I then also and then I was always bantering him either way.
Yeah. And that's the thing, you can banter anyone. Look, my team's in League One and
yesterday
I managed to banter all of you.
I went on there, and apart from the fact of I couldn't remember. They couldn't remember the only thing I could actually say about it. But look, apart from that, there wasn't anything I could really say. It was like, okay.
The thing is, you can banter any club. Look, my club's in League One, and I manage to banter absolutely everyone. I'm currently bantering the champions of the Premier League, so you can banter anyone. Trust me. But make sure that before we end this stream, you like the video, smash that like button. Make sure you've subscribed to the channel with notifications on, so you know when we're next live. Busy day on Let's Talk Premier League. We've got a Liverpool show at 6 o'clock. with hopefully Sonny, Tom, and Jeannie. That will be blowing up. Got some controversial questions for them. Don't worry about that. 8 p.m. Make sure you're here. Tiering Premier League midfielders. Where's Thiago gonna go? Where's Bruno? Where's KDB? And do Arsenal have a midfielder that we can put in this team? Find all of that out at 8 o'clock. But before we go, Stephen, bro, where can they find you, mate?
You can find me here, SVT TV. We do Arsenal mainly, we also do but football as well as F1 content. We've got later on, actually, the checker flag show I said to you at 4. I can't because I've got to take my car back from the service. So can we do that if we do that tomorrow?
Yeah, that's
on
fine,
Saturday.
man.
Yeah, we could do that tomorrow at the same time, something like that. But yeah, we've got.
I've got a preview show for Chelsea United. I'll communicate with you and we can work that one out.
I think though, yeah. Anyway, but we've got all that. But Friday, not this Friday, not obviously not today. Next Friday, Big Yellow Friday, 9 to 5 stream, and like I just announced there, we're gonna have League Gunner on here. We have Turkish and Rants. They said they'll move stuff aside to try and get on. We'll have also David Croft, the F1 commentator. Maybe Mark Horsley. Maybe. I'm not gonna say it's definite. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, and then just we've got Football Terrace that are gonna try and raise money. Like Sarcasm City are gonna turn up as well as do money, like raise money on their streams. Same as Claude Bats is gonna raise money on their streams, and hopefully maybe Claude or that could come on. But yeah, loads of people coming on, and yeah, all could tune in and donate what you can to Children's Liver Disease Foundation.
Big up to Stephen there. Make sure you check out next Friday. Big stuff on his channel there. And obviously we will have the link in there throughout the week just to make sure that the boys here know where to go on Friday as well. Not sure what we're doing that far in advance. I do mine.
I'm hoping towards the end we can have like maybe as many people as we can fit, and then like shuffle around the last hour. I want to shuffle around people like every 15 minutes to then have like a banter.
If you do manage to get Mark Halsey, I will definitely want to be there because I've got
yeah, and it literally you'd have to move everything aside or something because it would have to be a Pacific time because it's late.
Mate.
But
I'll be.
But it depends if a mate of mine that knows him can get hold of him. So
yeah, big up there. And obviously, if he is on, you'll probably see me asking him, grilling him why referees are so shit in the UK.
Not grilling that much, man. I want him to come back on.
I've got some questions for him that I would like to ask, like what the hell Martin is doing, still being
I'll stay away then if that's the case.
Yeah, I would like him to come back to us Weekly TV at some time, man.
He will. He'll understand why I'm so pissed off.
I just say to him, he said he used to be a referee. He's very ill. Yeah.
No, I'll just say I used to be a referee, and watching these professionals makes me sick. But before we obviously go, Guna Souls, where can they find you, bro?
Yeah, they can find me at Guna Souls or at Leicester Bay Footy, or Guna Souls even on Twitter. And yeah, obviously now it comes on as a regular. We do a lot of shows, raising awareness for a lot of controversial topics. Well, I say controversial, but they are topics that need to be spoke about within the football world, within just general life in general as well. Obviously, now that obviously uni's a little bit eased off, I am going to start doing stuff like Stephen's doing. I'm going to start raising awareness for organisations who are fighting for the rights of people, and they're doing a lot. And a big up Stephen, because you know what, not enough people use their platforms to raise awareness for anything really.
That is the one thing I do. If if racist things do get happen in football, every incident is called up on my channel.
Yeah, 100%. And even with the child living, like not enough people are aware of it, even like it being a problem that it is, because some people probably think it's a smaller issue, but it's a major issue, and massive respect for you doing that.
The thing is that I will just simply say this, is that a lot of people look at the 30% of liver diseases that are alcohol related. The other 60 odd are got nothing to do with it, and there's old kids that are about years old having surgery and they've done nothing wrong, and they get when they grow up, they have to justify why they've got it, and it's not right.
Yeah.
It's not right in my opinion. So
Yeah, no, 100%. Yeah, massive respects to you.
so
mate,
it's not like me wanting to lecture. It's me just trying to help, like, keep people like aware that when you do see someone who's got liver disease, try not to. And even the adults can generate it. It's just this. I mean, my decision. They don't know. So, and actually, the liver awareness show is every Tuesday, where you can come on, you can raise issues. Liver awareness show. Those with liver awareness show, and we raise awareness about liver disease. You can come on and have your say on any issues you may have, whether it's or any issues you want to raise up, any causes you want to raise up. So yeah, it's brilliant for everyone to come in and have that chat on this every Tuesday. Not definite times, but definitely every Tuesday.
I'll be there to raise awareness on big clubs giving Plymouth Argyle big money. That'll be a good one. But make sure you do check Stephen out, and make sure you check out Saul's as well. Great content on both. I've been on both channels, and I really enjoyed my time on both. I've been on Saul's a couple of times.
Put the link in the private chat for your channel, because I don't think I've subscribed or something. So
no worries, I'll do that now.
Saul's
but yeah, no.
Saul's another subscriber right there.
Road to 50 is truly.
We all got to start somewhere, haven't we? We all got to start somewhere. AFTV. You got to think when AFTV, they had to start there. So
yeah, big up to the 2 followers extra that we've got on our channel. Let's Talk Premier League. 2 more followers from today, which is brilliant. But the thing is, as I said, this is a sort of a little bit from the football addiction. Obviously, we were all the regulars over there. Sonny's decided to move to Liverpool content, which is fantastic. Brilliant for him. Love watching it. The tears are real, by the way, guys. And over here, we're going to just continue the great work with the community that we've built up. Sonny will be on here later as well. It's going to be big. So make sure you check out that.
They're addressing the beef they have, by the way.
Huh?
They're gonna Sonia and Nana are gonna address the beef that they've got.
Yeah. shit tons of beef. There's beef galore now. I'm only joking. All is calm. There's a group chat we're both still in, and I know he's still in there. And we communicate anyway. He's a good lad.
Do you know what he's done? I know what he's done. He knew how poor. He knows how shit their title defense has been. So instead of doing the football addiction and get rivals on, he's decided to break away and have Liverpool fans only.
Drown in the sorrows. He does go for his own team. Look, Firmino's fair play.
I know.
Firmino's going to be captain. Firmino's going to be captain of Liverpool Football Club this weekend. I love to see it. A man who can't speak English is going to captain Liverpool. But make sure that you check for the Liverpool show, because all of that's going to be discussed. And we've also got, as I said, Jeannie and Tom, and I know that them two have got a rant in them. And I know Sonny will have one as well. But no, big up Sonny. If it weren't for Sonny, I wouldn't be doing the platform I'm doing, because he was the first show I went on and built up a good work, a good sort of build up with everyone there. So make sure you do check out him as well. Brilliant content there. And we're just carrying on from where we were. But everyone, thanks for tuning in. It's been a great stream. I wasn't expecting it to be an hour, but hey, it's what these streams are about. These streams go on for, especially when you get a couple of
because we're passionate football fans. That's what we are.
Exactly.
As much as we disagree on each other's opinion, I know Gunnar Solskjaer is Arteta in. I'm definitely Arteta out. But in the end, right, it's each other's opinion. And yes, we can lose our heads, probably like I did last night, and say things in the heat of the moment. And I bet if you checked it out, Gunnar Solskjaer would be thinking like, what the hell is he saying? But it's one of those, we all respect everyone's opinion.
And I'm Arteta Arteta shake it about, because we got Arteta in, Arteta out, Arteta shake it all about. But everyone, thanks for tuning in. Make sure you're back here for 6 p.m. and make sure that you smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you're also here at 8 o'clock, tiering midfielders. That is going to be chaotic. It's going to be my first tiering system where I'm hosting, so wish me luck. It's gonna go absolutely off this record, and I just know, especially that man down below, I know he's going to cause trouble, and I know I'm going to have one heck of a job to try and keep this lot under control. And to be honest, it's gonna be.
I might be free. I might be free as also. So if you want,
Niall, like I told you, mate, I've got an assignment to get on with, and my head's gonna be fried. But you know what? I'm gonna blow off all the steam on that one, mate.
I know it's gonna be chaotic. How am I gonna keep them up? Charlie saying no, that was poor. I'm presuming he was on about the Arteta shake it all about. I don't think that was poor. That was quite good. Charlie will be in the comments for that one as well. It's going to be great. I need a mod for that one. Trust me, Charlie. I'm going to need a mod for that one. It's going to be chaotic. I can't.
Yeah, I'm going to be free. I'm going to be free for that.
I'm not saying nothing, mate.
That would be mental. I've still got to clarify who's coming on, but you're going to see the likes of Sonny, probably the Liverpool lot. They'll come as a pack of three. You'll have the you'll have Guna. You'll have definitely. I know RJ's up for it. You may see a Dom who won't be at the bottom because he cannot be trusted. If it sounds that mad,
I'll go over it.
Dom cannot be trusted. He will not be last. That man cannot be trusted. Snaky. He's a Liverpool fan at heart. But everyone, as I said, we could be going for hours. We're going to leave it there, boys. Thanks for tuning in. Some big games in the Europa League, which I'm looking forward to covering. There will be reactions. There will be build-up shows. And as I said, make sure you're tuned in for 6 o'clock. You can find me at Niall_PAFC, where you'll find out what videos we're doing when we're live, and you'll find some mad-ass tweets there as well. As I said, I can be controversial as well. And as I said, Arteta shake it all about. That's everything for everything for this stream. We'll be back at 6. And until then, cheers.